with us. And your song is playing. How are you doing?
Wow, I'm doing well.
Luna
Big announcement.
is also here, by the way. I'm petting
Yes,
Luna.
that is correct.
So if any of us seem a little distracted, it's just because we got a cute little floof in the room.
Yeah, and a little baby earlier.
Yeah, we've had a
Yeah.
bunch of guests.
Little
sitting
sponge
here.
grabber. Hey, that was cute.
My favorite part was just her hand just trying to grab the mic.
Like, I got something to say.
Oh.
No, that was the
Oh,
baby.
oh, you were acting there. Okay. Hold on, folks. Dub has words.
We are live on the Moose FM Facebook
Oh,
page, by the
yes.
way, so you can watch this there. Brian, how are you doing?
Doing good. Just come off a fun weekend, and yeah, it was great. We had Alex who told jokes.
Yeah, how did that show go?
Pretty good.
See, I'm doing
Yeah,
the same
it was
thing.
it was good. It was a good show. It was fun. It was just packed, 230 people.
Awesome.
Wow.
You know, it's difficult in some ways because there was adverse. People were talking about that. People were talking, and I don't
Yeah.
know when you go
okay.
to a comedy show, and you know you're buying tickets to a comedy show, you should go to the comedy show and let the comedians talk. Let them tell the jokes. Let them do. But some people, apparently, they just feel it's their right to talk during
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
You know, the odd heckle back and forth is kind of fun. It becomes part of the show.
Absolutely.
But it's a tough line because when we throw a comedy show or host a comedy show, you know, if something is a little bit unruly or people get a little bit too chitty chatty, then what we do is we go and give them a little bit of a hush tap.
Yeah.
But when somebody else rents the theater and is putting on a comedy show, they're sort of supposed to. It's their crowd, not our crowd, or their.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a fine line, and we don't know where exactly to.
You didn't want to
Do
cross
the
the
best
line
we can.
because the theater is someone else's for the night, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
the
it-
comedian could have chosen to deal with it in the way that comedians deal with hecklers, which is by putting them down.
Yeah.
Could have said, "Hey, Brian, come throw
Oh,
these idiots
well,
out."
and apparently they did.
Yeah.
You know what? And it carried on, and it did well. Both comedians were great. You know, it's just one of those things that where you learn over 18 years what we should and shouldn't be doing. And people reaching out, if there is a problem with anything like that, you know, it's nice because we have wait staff that go about and look at her. She's just chomping at the bit waiting to say something.
Like here's the thing. You go out. I've been
Yeah.
to a couple comedy shows over at the Lido, and don't get me wrong. There was one time I went, guy completely drunk behind me was disrupting the show. You give him a little glare. I think eventually he left, but it's like you can't let someone else completely ruin your night. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta tune him out at a certain point. And
Yeah.
I think the show in itself, as long as it was a good show, you got your money's worth and you had a good time, and that's just, you know, what happens sometimes.
And
Some
it- and it
adults
will.
don't know
Yeah,
how to adult.
that's right. So, you know, little hiccups like that came about. We try to take care of people the best we can, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's interesting that you look at the stars you get on your Google happiness page or whatever the heck those things are.
Yeah.
And you know what, we do okay in most cases, and it was just a little bit unfortunate. We had a little bit of a hiccup, but hey, we got through it.
What can you can't keep everyone happy all the time, I guess, eh?
No, that's
do your
right.
Best. You
like
do your best, of course, but
yeah,
you know,
and the Oilers will win another game, Dub.
I'm hoping so.
Didn't mean to
tonight.
segue that right in there on you, but yeah, I mean it is just entertainment is what you make of it, right?
Yeah.
So when you're planning to go out to an event, that's why the Lido is so cool. Is that if you need to take a phone call, if you want to go have a conversation, just go into the lobby. It's real simple. When we do the movies for the young families and that kind of thing, we get a crying baby. You can just get up and go to the lobby.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, you spoke about the Oilers really quick. Are you still doing some watch parties over at the Lido?
Actually, we were doing the watch parties. It's interesting. I don't know how. I guess I should have said, let's not mention that. We didn't have very many Fort St. John people attend. And what we did is we raised a little bit of money for the Fort Nelson. I can't even remember the name of it, but we gave them $500 to help with the evacuees, animals, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But accumulatively, The most we ever had was 8 people in one night from Fort St. John.
Oh, okay.
The other 75 or 80 were from Fort Nelson.
Wow.
So the true reason that we did the watch parties was Fort Nelson. And then when
Oh.
it became, they're allowed to go back, the viewers went back as well.
Gotcha.
Do I understand why? I don't really know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big screen. I'm probably going to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Grab a bowl of popcorn and
Yeah,
a couple of pops. And
Us
sit
weather
there.
fans aren't showing up enough.
Well, no, it's just, I don't understand why or why not, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. We've just bought, now maybe it's the clarity. We just bought a Barco projector in there, which takes the clarity of the picture, and we've more than doubled it.
Wow.
They measure light in lumens and that kind of thing, and we were running with an older bulb. We're running about 5,500 lumens. We just put a new bulb in. We're running just under 7,000 lumens, but this new projector is almost 14,000 lumens.
Oh, wow.
So it's a full movie theater projector, and we're looking to do more of that type of an event. When you stream the movies, especially the dark ones, where it's dark, and if your projector doesn't have enough projection ability, there's just not enough light.
Yeah.
So and I know we're selling the darn thing. We're selling the Lido. It's up for sale, but it doesn't mean you can't continually get better and do better, right? So we've got just bought 10 brand new moving heads. Those are the real big concert ones that give you the big wash and the big different lights and stuff like that. So we're just inserting those up in the ceiling now as we speak, and just keep on keeping on. And
Nice.
I'm excited about it. That is a big projector. So we're looking forward to it. We've talked. There's been some requests to do Monday Night Football. Maybe that's something with every Monday night. Don't know who's playing. It depends on which game we're going to broadcast. But maybe that's just a great little place to go. And I know Marie, who works there, she's just, I'd love to wear the referee jersey and work those nights. Okay. So, and that's kind of fun about the staff at the Lido, how they like to pick and choose the events they come to. Some just love the comedy shows. Some love like the 80s rock.
Yeah.
So they'll want the night off to go to the Vintage Center to go watch your little your Men Without Hats and the Seagulls and But we have lots of things coming up. We also pride ourselves in doing the controversial subjects.
Yeah.
And we just had last night, we had the MAID documentary, Medical Assistance in Dying. And, it's something that I never really considered, but you consider it when somebody in your family is faced with a daunting illness, that kind of thing, and you look for ways and means. And it was good. It was 60 people or so that came to hear about it. Some wanted to know more. Some just wanted to, just find out what it is, what's good about it, what's bad about it, that kind of thing. And there is good and bad to all of it. So it's nice that we're able to present those things. They asked if there's other documentaries coming up who would be interested in producing, or not producing, but displaying them. Yeah. And the answer is yes. I mean, as long as it's not, way too far left or too far right, we're pleased to be able to do that for sure.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Brian, what's coming up at the Lido?
Oh, you mean things that we haven't talked about?
Yeah.
No, the good old crib tournament. We've got a doubles crib tournament coming.
That's a Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, June 2nd. We've got Tom's Construction sponsoring the A, True North Solutions is the B, and Mighty Peace Brewing, the good old beer people. They're sponsoring the C event. It's always a great time. It's 100 to 120 people eating hot dogs, throwing cards, and getting to know the community. It's fun. We actually had some Fort Nelson folks came and played in the singles tournament, and they were just blown away with how much fun it was and how well our town treated them.
Yeah.
With just so many things to do. It is really, really invigorating to know, because when you've been here for so long, it's just kind of like, it's Fort St. John, whatever. But when others come here and they see the city and they see the town and they get to meet the people. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's like a whole thing. He's like, you know what? We are pretty darn good. We definitely need to tip our hat. There are things that don't happen here that we would like to have happen, and it's just something that I believe that as we grow as a community, we're going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
You know, we still remember family. We still those kinds of things. We have a production coming to the Lido, June 6, 7, 8. They're actually taking over the Lido Theater. It becomes a dark theater for a week.
Ooh.
They're practicing Lion King Jr. Sarah Ferguson over at Burt Bowes, they're doing a Lion King Jr. presentation play. Great big, huge elephants and giraffes, and it's going to be a really, really epic show. We don't do a lot of theater production there. We don't have a big backstage. We don't have any of those kinds of things. But she's so excited, and as are we. Ted Sloan is throwing his hat in the ring there too, and he's helping them with the lighting and the direction of it, as
Nice.
well as Sarah Ferguson. Yeah, super good. And so 6, 7, 8 school matinees are 6 and 7. We've got a public matinee on the 8th, Saturday the 8th in the afternoon, and then evening shows every 6, 7, 8 in the evenings at 7 o'clock. It's going to be something you should come and see.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm certainly going
Sounds
to be there
fun.
because I have to be there, but
You'd
know.
want to watch The Lion King
I want
regardless.
to see it. I want to see it happen. I want to see it, how it flows and that, and it's going to be great. We, too, have a concert announcement. Braden Watson.
Nice.
Nice.
The Dealer Never Folds is the name of his CD.
Yeah.
And he did it just about a year ago now, but he's never had the CD released. So he's going to do a CD release on the 15th of June. June 20th, we've got Put Wildlife First. Big shows coming up. Lots of bookings for private events, things like that. So, yeah, it's getting action-packed.
Awesome.
Brian, if someone wants to find out more about any of these events, where do they go?
I have no idea. I have no idea. You're just
It's
going to
up
have
you.
to...
Is it perhaps thelido.ca?
Oh, my
You
God.
can buy
He's
tickets.
so smart.
You can buy the tickets for the Lion King Jr. at thelido.ca, or is there a different?
Yes, you can just go onto our website. Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, it is something that I don't care what you decide to do over the, you know, the days, the weeks, the months, do something. Get out and enjoy what we have to offer. There's lots of open mics. There's lots of farmers markets, all sorts of things. So enjoy what we have
Absolutely.
because others have.
Yeah.
The Fort Nelsoners have, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
Brian,
super
we
good.
just want to thank you so much for coming by and sharing everything that's happening at the Lido.
Hey, thanks for doing what you do.